Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjannashilakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today Balaram Shakti Prabhu has some other services, so he is not able to take session. So we'll have directly purport reading sessions. But because of Gaur Purnima, we will little bit discuss about Lord Chaitanya. So yesterday we were discussing why Krishna appeared. This is one of the most important reason. So here in the previous ages Lord appeared, but he is appearing once in a day of Brahma. Directly Krishna is coming. So before understanding why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, very important to know why Krishna appeared. So without knowing why Krishna appeared, to understand why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared is difficult. So we try to understand the Krishna's appearance. That's how actually Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also explained the whole concept. So if you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, that was the first section, why Krishna is appearing. So without knowing that, we cannot know why Chaitanya appeared, right? So here we discuss that very elaborately. Appearance of Krishna, that he wanted to give a special, he wanted to show what is Goloka. So that is the reason he appeared, and people came to know, oh, this is something special. But and they hear about it. They anywhere, if you go to any of these shops in India for purchasing some decorative items, you will definitely find Krishna's idol. That is must. That means so much is there about Krishna all over the world, but people don't get access to it. Means they cannot enter into Goloka unless there is a special method practiced. And who should come and give that? That Krishna should only come and give that method. So he comes as Lord Chaitanya to give the method how to enter. So Krishna is only coming. Punar Nanda Sutam. Yuga Dharma Yutam. Punar Nanda Sutam. He is again coming. So every time he comes two times. One has Krishna and again immediately he comes as Chaitanya. So every day of Brahma, Krishna comes as Krishna directly comes and he again comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is how every time it is happening. So that is a logical sequence. Without coming of Lord Chaitanya, even Krishna comes, his purpose is not fulfilled because people don't know, people don't get access. The purpose of Krishna is to give living entity access to enter into Goloka, but that will not happen unless he appears as Chaitanya. So the purpose is served only this. It is happening two times like this. So that is clear. Now we will see the reasons of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. Okay, what are the special reasons for Lord Chaitanya to appear? That should be also understood very clearly. So the first reason that is given here, the external and internal reasons. There are two things. So first is Jivedaya, Nameruchi and Vaishnava Seva. This we have discussed. So Jivedaya is what? Is giving compassion, that is giving Sambandha Jnana. And one internal reason for Krishna's appearance is what? He wanted to know what is so special in him that is making all of them attracted towards him. So you want to know his own speciality. So in Jivedaya, what we are doing, we are giving living entities the opportunity to know about Krishna. So how special Krishna is, how great Krishna is, how sweet Krishna is. So that is what we tell to people. That is what Sambandha Jnana. Then living entities who are attracted to matter, now they start getting attracted to Krishna. So Jivedaya and Krishna's speciality, there are same only. Showing Jivedaya means we are showing how special Krishna is. That is Sambandha Jnana. So Krishna also want to know what is so special about him. And so these two reasons are connected. You are seeing the internal reason of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearing, what is so special in him, you want to know. And same thing we are explaining to jivas what is so special about Krishna, and making them that this matter is dead, this is dukhala ashashvatam, and better take to Krishna. Clear? So the second reason is name ruchi. Name ruchi is what? Where we are, when Krishna saw that devotees experience more pleasure than him, millions of times more pleasure. That is very surprising to Krishna. He is thinking, how is it possible? I am getting, I am supposed to get all pleasure. But here, interestingly, the people who are serving me, they experience more pleasure than me. So then he wanted to taste that pleasure, what they get. The and manjaris, they get more and more pleasure, and more they are serving. Here in this material world it is opposite. If you are servant, you don't much enjoy, you are master, you enjoy. But in spiritual world it's opposite. The servants enjoy more than the master. Like that's why everybody want to serve. In Krishna want to serve there. So it's like that. So Krishna want to experience that taste in service, in that prema, like that, what is experienced can be experienced here by Name Ruchi. Here Nam Ruchi is what the taste that spiritual world, all the living entities are experiencing, and that is called Abhideya, the process. So we know that, okay, I am servant of Krishna. What to do? You have to practice. And what should I practice? We have to practice this Abhideya and developing taste. And then the third thing is Vaishnava Seva. Say here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Advaitacharya is calling for the first reason, Jive Daya, show compassion. Then Krishna is coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is also a very important aspect to understand why Lord has to come as a devotee. Because as a Vishnu Tattva, he will not preach, he will only give instructions. He will not tell, okay, my satsang is happening, please come attend my satsang, I am giving Bhagavad Gita class. And no, he will make a social awareness, and no, he will not do a campaigning and social media posts and all are kept. Krishna is going to speak Bhagavad Gita, and he is advertising, please come, I will deliver you. No, he will not advertise. He will not interfere. Even after telling whole Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Krishna is telling Yatechas Tataguru, do whatever you feel is right. But devotee don't do like that. Devotee will say that no, you have to do bhakti, you have to attend class, you have to chant. And that is the reason Krishna comes as devotee, so that he can tell living entities. And that's what Advaita Acharya wanted. My dear Lord, you come as a devotee, don't come as Lord, you will only kill people. All are asuras only. In the previous ages, the asuras were born at different Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu were at a different what to say, different planetary systems they were there. And then as the yugas progress in Treta Yuga, they were in the same, they were in different dvipas. Ravana, Kumbhakarna, they were in Lanka and India. So Bharat. So they were at different dvipas. But when Dwapar Yuga came, the demons were in the same country, like Shishupala and Dantavakra, and Krishna was in the same family also. And their family relatives. And in Kali Yuga comes, the demons are in everybody's heart only, directly. So if the demonic propensity is there, and divine propensities are also there. So Advaita Acharya said, if you are to come and establish, you have to kill everybody in Kali Yuga, because everybody has those qualities. So only way Krishna can kill the demonic people is to enter into the heart of living entities and kill the demonic propensities. And how he will enter? Enter in the name of holy name. And then Advaita Acharya is telling, okay, you are entering into the heart and destroying, and then you have to come as a devotee, because if you come as Lord, you cannot do that. You don't preach. Krishna only gives instructions and go. Devotees, they preach. They interfere into the free will of living entities. So that is the reason. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Channavatara. The reason is because Channa means whom he is hiding from. It's a hidden incarnation. He is hiding from other Vaishnavas only. The reason also we discussed. We will just complete this internal and external reasons. Then I'll come to that reason. Very important to know. So now the third reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared is Vaishnava Seva. So here, here the is Yugadharma is Name Ruchi. Jivedaya Advaitacharya is calling. He want to show compassion to living entities. And Vaishnava Seva here he is the prayojan. What we get. That means he want to give the special love. And this love makes us to serve. And that is the love of Srimati Radharani. So we say, na, Lord Chaitanya want to know what is the love of Radharani. And the example we give is when Krishna was sitting with Radharani and then one bumblebee comes and Krishna tells, Arey, this is disturbing us, you send it away. And Madhumangal sends it and he comes back and tells, Madhu left. As soon as Radharani hears Madhu left, she faints. And Krishna is surprised. She even did not consider to look besides her to see whether Krishna really left or not. The word itself made her fainted. She did not even look besides, okay, Krishna is sitting besides me, Madhu he left. Whether he really left or not, she didn't even look besides. That means that fraction of second also she didn't think. The word itself made her fainted. So Krishna thought, what is this special love? No, he want to experience. So that love turns into service to Vaishnavas. So Vaishnava Seva is the love of Srimati Radharani always serves Krishna. And the Sakhis they serve gopis and gopis are served by manjaris. So in spiritual world the service is actually the manifestation of their love. So here also we are learning the same thing. The Vaishnava Seva, how much love we have, that much we will serve Vaishnavas. And spiritual world is like that. It's full of service. It's full of this relationships and love. So Vaishnava Seva. So these three things are internal and external reasons. So we are giving faith and establishing this sambandha, and no Name Ruchi is the Abhidheya and then Prayojana. So this is Vaishnava Seva. So anyway, yeah. So divine prema. So these are not separate activities; they are the facets of the same diamond. Prema. So divine prema, it manifests as Jivedaya, Vaishnava Seva, and Name Ruchi. So now we will come to the next. Yeah, I was telling that why Chaitanya has to come as the Channa Avatara. He is hiding from even Vaishnava Sampradayas. That also we discussed. One last time I will tell so that it will remind you of the. So now he is coming. The problem with why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Channa Avatara, he could have directly told. See, from scriptures we have. I didn't make that slide. I'll post it. Maybe tomorrow we will take on it. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss on why he has to be Channa Avatara always, because we will complete our Bhagavatams this section, and then we will come to tomorrow also. We still have time to discuss on this aspect. Why he has to remain Channa. Now we will just go to the fifth chapter. A small revision of yesterday's class, and then we will go for the seventh chapter today. So here we see that what Rishabdev wanted to teach by his the end past tense, the final past tense of Rishabdev. He is basically, when he was asked why he is not interested in the powers, because what happens is anybody he is doing any austerities little bit, definitely will develop some powers. Even in bhakti also, if you are very austere and all, you will develop some subtle amount of power. You can control people, you will be able to understand people's mind and understand the psychology, and so many other things also can be achieved, and name and fame will also come. But Rishabdev, when Parikshit was asking why he is not utilizing, then the analogy given by Sukadeva Goswami is, Are, if you are letting if you are holding on to some animal, you should be very careful, it will run away. And if you are not controlling your mind, not vigilant, and you are getting attracted to these opulences and powers and subtle siddhis and all, then it is like allowing lust, anger, greed again entering into your mind. And then Rishabdev, he adopted this madness and dumb, deaf and all, because he really showing, setting a standard for the avadutas, or who are want to a renounced order, that this is the standard you have to practice. You should not be attached to any of these things, and all the discomforts and everything happens in life, they should not be taken very seriously. And then he came to the province of Kutakachala, and there he left his body by putting stones in his mouth and all these things. So basically, he is showing the standard to sannyasis, that how much renunciation can be possible, the extreme degree of renunciation. See, basically, what happens is our ego is so much connected to body and mind, and that is the reason we get affected when people are insulting or something. So he's basically crushing the ego. He said, no ego, you are spirit soul, don't identify with body and mind. So people may pass foul air on you, people are throwing stool, urine, and so many other things are happening to you. Why are you bothered? People never saw you only. You are spirit soul, and you are not the body also. So what is affected is because of identification. So if somebody is throwing stone on a building, and they are putting so much garbage and everything on the building, I know it is, and that is somebody else building, so I'll not have any problem because I know it's, or somebody is putting something on a stone and no throwing this that, they are doing all rubbish and scolding the stone. While I matter, because it is nothing to do with me, because you don't identify with it. Similarly, our body is also made of the same Pancha Mahabhuta what the stone is made of. Then why I'll get affected by it? It's like that. So very high degree of, and he is setting a path for internal renunciation for sannyasis. But obviously, anytime this also happens, that there are some people who are imitating and then they go in a wrong direction, and that's actually what happened to King Arhat, and then you got the wrong religions. And then, taking advantage of Kali Yuga, the ignorant people became bewildered and abandoned the risk free Vedic principles. So, in Vedic principles, there is no risk. But they gave it up and followed something wrong, and then what happens? The systems created by mental speculation carry heavy spiritual risks, because even what happens is, when we are following certain things, it is easy to concentrate our mind and achieve something high, which does not happen at this level. And the illusion energy via overwhelms the population. They abandon authorized traditions for nonsensical self-made rules. And this is actually all the constitutions of different countries are nonsensical self-made rules. They should follow what Manu Samhita is giving and what the scriptures are giving. That is the standard of the constitution. That should be, the constitution should be based on dharma. It is not the whims of the so-called elected people and so-called liberalist and all these people, even the people right wing, and everybody is their own whimsical. See, I'll tell one important thing, that ego is the main cause that is obstructing our faith. Please understand this concept. Why we don't have so much faith? The main reason is our ego only. What does ego do? Here I will show you. Here the ego versus faith, there is a conflict. So the primary obstacle is this only. I will please try to understand. This is a very nice and like faith in Shastra means surrendering the right to personally judge what is correct in scriptures, which the ego resists fiercely. So, initial contact with Krishna consciousness often brings a beautiful moment of natural humility. This happens to everyone. But what happens? That time ego is stunned. But the ego comes to its senses and resume its works and find contradictions in scriptures, criticizing devotees, demanding the right to judge. So the ego is enemy of faith. So it is the enemy of our ability to follow the spiritual path. You are understanding. So this is the important understanding. I will just show you the slide for it. One small slide to make you understand this concept. So here I just this is from other notes, but I just wanted to make you see that. So here I will highlight this part. So you are seeing the primary obstacle. So initial contact with Krishna consciousness often brings a beautiful moment of natural humility. We all have experience. When we came to Krishna consciousness, we are respecting everyone. Everything was so sacred for us. And slowly, when ego started coming, and then it started resuming its works, then finding contradictions in Shastras, finding faults, criticizing divine, and then we start demanding for rights and all these things. So this is where the problem comes. So anyway, we'll come back to our understanding. So here we are having self-made nonsensical rules. That's what Sukadeva Goswami is telling. And then how Rishabdev is glorified. So next few verses are his glorification, and then this is where the perfection. So even the liberation. So what happened is Parikshit Maharaj, then when glorification of Rishabdev, it is told that Priyavrat Maharaj is so fortunate, in his dynasty Supreme Lord appeared. And then Parikshit Maharaj felt little sad that, oh, in my family, in our dynasty, Lord didn't appear. So Sukadeva Goswami said, no. Lord appeared in Ikshvaku dynasty, in Edu dynasty, in Priyavrat dynasty, but with you, he actually became a servant, he became a follower. So Supreme Lord is not just a distant deity, he became a friend, director, and even servant of his devotee. So Lord can give mukti, but he does not give bhakti because he becomes servant of his devotee. That's why he don't give. So this is another two important aspects that are explained in the end, that Rishabdev's glorification, and then Parikshit Maharaj, to encourage Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami says, no, your family is also not so less, they are so special because you are devotees, and Lord does not give devotion to anyone because he becomes servant. So that is the end of this chapter, and then now we come to today's chapter, the divine reign of King Bharata. And now we will see we'll come to our text now. So we'll just take the notes. Proper purport we'll read, and then we will discuss, we'll see the people. So here we are seeing that the first shloka says Sukadeva Goswami continued speaking to Maharaj Parikshit, my dear king, Bharat Maharaj was a topmost devotee following the order of his father, who had already decided to install him on the throne. He began to rule the earth accordingly. When Bharat Maharaj ruled the entire globe, he followed the order of his father and married Panchajani, the daughter of Vishwarupa. Now, very important, see why Bharata, our country is called Bharatavarsha. and this is because of this Bharata only. So we should really know how special this personality is, because our whole place is called Bharatavarsha and we call ourselves Bharat, the citizens of Bharat. Why? Because of him only. That means how much we are proud of being Bharat. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Bharat bhuvinte manushya janma hoila yar. So now, why did this name come? Because he was so powerful, he was so, he was very, he ruled so nicely that from heavenly planets, before that it was Ilavarta Varsha. So they started telling, oh, that is the place where Bharata is ruling. That is the place where Bharata is ruling. So it became so famous that instead of calling Ilavarta Varsha, they said, oh, the place where Bharata is ruling. And it became Bharata Varsha only, like that. So he was like a special personality. So, and just as false ego creates a subtle sense objects, Maharaj Bharata created 5 sons in the womb of Panchajani, his wife. These sons were named Smriti, Rashtrabhrata, Sudarshana, Avarana, and Dhurmaketu. And he says that formally this planet was known as Ajnaba Varsha, not Ilavata, Ajnaba Varsha. But since Maharaj Bharata regained, it has become known as Bharata Varsha. This planet was formerly known as Ajnaba Varsha because of the region of King Nabhi, Ajanabha. So Nabhi is there. But after Maharaj Bharata, it became Bharata Varsha. So from Nabhi it came Ajanabha. But then Bharata made much more impression that they started calling it, okay, this belongs to Bharata. So Maharaj Bharata was very learned and experienced king on this earth. He perfectly ruled the citizens, being himself engaged in his own respective duties. Maharaj Bharata was as affectionate to citizens as his father and grandfather had been. Keeping them engaged in their occupational duties, he ruled that. So this is a important thing. Now, how can you be so affectionate and because they are devotees, so that's why it is possible, and it's all personal. It's a personal relationships, and they are very pakka in following themselves. See, kings, they are allowed to enjoy, but what they are doing, the responsibility also should be understood. It is not easy to maintain that level of purity, and because of that purity they are able to control the citizens with their example. They said, my God, he is such a powerful person. Like say, if you are around in your house, your spiritual master came into your house, is staying there for say few days, how much it is possible that we are switching on the TV and watching movies? It is, or any other news or anything, what to speak of movies. Even news also we will be careful because he is there around. He is not in your room, he is in his room and he is doing his things, but still the effect is there in our consciousness. So now the king is there, but his effect is, his consciousness is spread all over his kingdom. People are conscious, no, he is our king, he don't like what we are doing, so we should not do. So here Prabhupada is writing, it is most important the chief executive rule the citizens by keeping them fully engaged in their respective occupational duties. So this is what I thought Prabhupada will write, and he is talking on the same thing. So engage in respective occupational duties. This is the most important thing. So it is not so it is not how much facilities they are giving, it is how much you are able to engage your subjects properly. So it is not a question of giving them some facilities. They say you give us employment and so that we will we will do nice sense gratification after getting money. So that was not the system only, because people were engaged according to their respective occupational duties. There is no question of unemployment. because you just have to do according to your duty. Like, say, I am good at something, you do it, and then there is no competition. I don't need to become CEO of a company. So now everybody want to become CEO. Who just joined the company, he also want to become CEO. So because you want to become somebody else, you will always remain unhappy and you will be in an unnatural state. Even though you become CEO, but you are not meant for it. Your duty is something else. You are supposed to be a Brahmana and you are doing a Kshatriya job. So even though you are CEO and you are getting all facilities, heart will remain unhappy and you feel unsatisfied only. Same thing is happening with the working women. They don't want to marry and they don't want to have children. So then what happens is they will not, of course now there are psychophysical nature also, they are not completely women, they have all the qualities of men also. But some women they have womanly qualities but they are competing with men, so they want to become like men, they will remain unhappy. But some women now, because everything is mixed up in Kali Yuga, the natures that are born is, they will be more happy if they don't marry also, some of them. And so, but because their personality is like that, it's all mixed. But otherwise they are detached and all, that is, some women are detached also naturally, that is their previous good credits. They don't have attachment, they are good, they are there also. But some women have womanly nature but they are competing with men, they will never be happy like that, it will not be possible. So some of the citizens are Brahmanas, some are Kshatriyas, some are Vaishyas and Shudras. It is the duty of government to see that citizens act according to their material divisions for their spiritual advancement. No one should remain unemployed or unoccupied in any way. One must work as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. See, nobody should remain unemployed. You just work according to it. There is no competition. Brahmana never competed to become a Kshatriya, or Kshatriya never competing to become a Brahmana. And Vaishyas don't want to become Kshatriyas and Brahmanas either. They are okay. So there is no envy in the society or a competition. Now you, everybody is given the same education, all are sent to the same school, same education, and then you have to run through the same thing. And if you are in South India, then you have to become engineer or doctor, you don't have any other option. Now people are considering other options, but and then they are not fit for it. Even though he is earning so much, he remains unhappy. So what happens, because he is, like, say he is getting every month he is getting a 4 lakh package and in a very good software company, he is working as a Shudra, but he is having a quality of a Kshatriya or a Brahmana, but he is, or a Vaishya, and he is working as a Shudra, because you are employed means you are a Shudra. So 10 hours of his job, he will remain unhappy only. And now, because his heart is not satisfied, he is doing the job, but heart cannot be fulfilled. Then what happens? He will come home, and to make his heart satisfied, he will go for bad habits. So he say, okay, I am not anyway enjoying the work, let me enjoy sense gratification. So instead of using his life for something higher, they will use their life for sense gratification, because their heart is not satisfied. That's why they need all the social entertainment and all. So this is all boredom industry. Like how Kadam Kanan Maharaj says this, it is not entertainment, it is a boredom industry. People are not satisfied at heart, they don't know what to do, they are so bored, so they want to do something, so they go for this entertainment, they try to squeeze out some pleasure from it, because heart is not fulfilled, they are not doing activities according to their own nature. Anyway, that's a big topic. We'll come to Bharata Maharaj. With great faith, King Bharata performed various kinds of sacrifice. He performed the sacrifice known as Agnihotra, Darsha, Purnamasa, Chaturmasya, Pashu Yajna, where a horse is sacrificed, and Soma Yajna, wherein a kind of beverage is offered. Sometimes these sacrifices were performed completely and sometimes partially. In any case, in all the sacrifices, the regulation of Chaturhotra were strictly followed. In this way, Bharat Maharaj worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means you can imagine how much energy and enthusiasm is needed to do all these things. Generally, what you think, oh, you all have facilities, now you just sit and relax and enjoy. No, they are always active, always performing. So they are engaging the Brahmanas constantly, they are engaging the Vaishyas constantly. So they are keeping all the Shudras. If you perform a big event is happening, everybody is engaged. And the kings made sure that all these yajnas are happening not only just for his own personal benefit, but to give engagement and action and everybody is focused on it. Say if a big event is happening, say now events, what happens is Olympic games or something and the whole country is engaged. Okay, now we have this event, we have to organize. So then the focus is there. So now instead of that, if countries, the government is telling, okay, we should have 100 sacrifices across different state cities and a big event, all the citizens are engaged, all the Brahmanas are engaged, Vaishyas are engaged. So it's a different event. So here animals like horses and cows are offered in sacrifice to test the proper execution of sacrifice. Otherwise, there was no purpose in killing animals. Actually, the animals were offered in sacrificial fire to get a rejuvenated life. Generally, an old animal is sacrificed in fire and it would come out again in a youthful body. Some of the rituals, however, did not require animal sacrifice. In the present age, animal sacrifice is forbidden. Ashwamedam Gvalambam Sannyasam Balupaitukam Devarera Sutotpatte Kalo Pancha Vivarjate. So these 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga. And only the sacrifice is Sankirtan Yajna. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advocated. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should be worshipped with his associates by performing Sankirtan Yajna. So Gaur Purnima ki jai. The congregational chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This process is accepted by intelligent mind. Yajnai Sankirtana Prayanti Sumedha. The word Sumedhasa refers to intelligent man who possesses very good brain substance. So 3 things we should do. Along with Sankirtana, what is the part of it? Jivedaya, Name Ruchi and Vaishnava Seva. It is not just Name Ruchi. Other 2 things are also compulsory. We should try to give this message to others and serve Vaishnavas. Especially for Grihasthas, they have to serve Vaishnavas, call Vaishnavas to home, feed them prasadam. That is compulsory. That's why when they do satsang at home, that is preaching also and Vaishnava Seva also. They are inviting new people for the program and also they are feeding Vaishnavas. So in that way 2 things will happen. If they don't do these 2 things, Namaruchi will not come. 3 things should go parallelly. We should serve Vaishnavas, we should engage in chanting the holy name and giving this to as much as possible, little bit to our level, to new people or assist somebody who is preaching also will do it. If you are not able to directly preach, we should assist. So these 3 things should go, then only it is complete sacrifice. That is Sankirtan Yajna. That's what we will get. And I'll just show you the PPT little bit. So we'll just as a revision. So the emperor who named the word, the eldest son of Rishabdev, and formerly known as Ajanaba Varsha, the planet became known as Bharata Varsha due to his region, and then ruled the entire globe following his father's order. So Panchajani is okay. This will come. We'll just finish the little bit purport and come back to this point. Very important one. After performing the preliminary of various sacrifices, Maharaj Bharata offered the results in the name of religion to the Supreme Lord Vasudeva. In other words, he performed all yajnas for the satisfaction of Lord Vasudeva Krishna. Maharaj Bharata thought that since the demigods are different parts of Vasudeva's body, he controls those who are explained in the Vedic mantras. By thinking in this way, Maharaj Bharata was free from all material contaminations such as attachment, lust, and greed. When the priests were about to offer the sacrificial ingredients into the fire, Maharaj Bharata expertly understood how the offering made to different demigods was simply an offering to the different limbs of the Lord. For instance, Indra is the arm of Supreme Lord, Surya the eyes. Maharaj Bharata considered that the oblations offered to different demigods are actually offered onto the different limbs of Lord Vasudeva. So here I'll just give the signs of sacrifice, which I already told previously, but again as a small reminder, this is how the sacrifice happens. See the grains and ghee. So grains, ghee. These are the two. Sorry, these are the true ingredients that are offered in the Yajna Kunda. So this, please try to understand how important it is to. So here the grains are offered. This is, and the ghee is also offered. Now the what we call is karma bhija, the seed of karma. We are all having seed of karma. Karma means action. So when we act, it is creating a seed of karma, and this will call karma phala. So now when you put the seed, it will fructify and you get the fruit. So the action results into fruit. Now we already have so much action and so much fruit is there. So now what we are doing is called kriyamana karma. So the action which we are performing now is called kriyamana karma. Now again this will also leads to fruit. Right? Now how to avoid this? How to avoid this? So now when we do this action, we should do action as a yajna. So when this kriyamana karma is done as yajna, then there is no fruit. Right? So this is the point here. So yajnartha karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So Krishna is telling, if you don't do your action as yajna, it is then you will get karma bandhana. So no karma. So here it is karma, right? So if you don't do as yajna, then it is karma bandhana. Now when we do yajna, what is happening? Here the action. So the action is like seed. So action is like the seed, and we are putting this seed into the soil of ignorance. If we are doing an action in ignorance, so this is called action in ignorance. So if you do action in ignorance, there is karma. That means you are putting seed in soil, then what will happen? The soil is there. If you are putting the seed in it, if you are putting in the mud the seed, so what will happen? You will get all the grasses, it will fructify. So this is actually the soil. So the seed put in soil, it is going to give you fruits. You will get fruits and flowers. So this is actually what is happening to all the actions that are happening. Now that means the action is done in ignorance. Now what is ignorance? Not knowing our constitutional position. Now if Bharat Maharaj, what he is doing, he is putting action, is always like seed only. Now he is not putting in soil, he is putting in knowledge of fire. So soil is ignorance and knowledge is fire. You are understanding difference? Now I am putting the seeds in knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of I am servant of Krishna. And all are part and parcels of Krishna. You are understanding? So with this understanding, if you do action, then you are doing action with knowledge. That's what Krishna is telling. Buddhi yoga. Buddhi yoga means what? Use buddhi, be conscious that I am servant of Krishna. All are part and parcels. You see here, that's actually what here Bharata is doing. Bharata was completely conscious. Bharata expertly understood how the offering made to different demigods was simply an offering to the different limbs of the Lord. Very clear. So what we need is knowledge. So what people are lacking now is they are all in ignorance. What ignorance? They are not understanding their own position. They don't know. They think they are the body and mind, and they are just going on with body and mind. No, you are spirit soul, you are servant of Krishna. You act in this knowledge. So now the important thing is the sacrifice. The science of sacrifice works like this. So it's a symbolic representation. So it's a symbolic representation. What is a symbolic representation? The Yajna Kunda which we have, it's a symbolic representation of the signs of sacrifice. So what happens in this Yajna Kunda? The fire. So now we are putting the grains in the fire, right? So that means what we are doing? We are doing action with knowledge. Now what is ghee? So putting grains, and then this is grains is our action. That is clear. Our action we are doing with knowledge. Now what is ghee then? The ghee is offered. And who offers ghee? The Brahmana offers ghee. The Yajaman is offering grains. Yajaman offers grains. But Brahmana offers ghee. So here we are doing action in knowledge. We are understanding, okay, Indra, this is all belongs to, we are doing action in knowledge. You are clear? That means we are offering grains into the fire. So no reaction. Now, what is this ghee that is offered by the Brahmanas? This is the consciousness or devotion. So it's not just knowing that, okay, I am offering to Krishna. We should put some consciousness. Say, we are offering some bhoga to the Lord. If you offer bhoga to the Lord, it becomes prasadam. But along with that offering, there is one more important ingredient. What Lord is looking is that not just offering. He is looking the devotion part, the consciousness part. With what devotion we have offered. Just offer, Krishna will accept, it becomes prasadam. But if you more and more put devotion, it becomes more and more divine, like that. So here the Brahmana or the Guru, he is, in our case, it's a Guru. What Guru is doing? Guru is, that's why we are offering, we don't offer directly to Krishna. We chant the pranam mantra of our Guru. And then we offer to Krishna. Because Guru offers the consciousness part, we offer the item part. So we get, here we get free from reaction. Karma free diet. So this is karma free. But we will be free from karma. But when Guru enters into our life, what he does? He helps us to put the devotion. And that will, what will happen? Change our heart. This may not change our heart. We will get only karma free, right? But when the more and more devotion, that's why you see the holy name chanted. We can hear from professional people also. You know. So, and Vrindavan, so many different. I don't want to sing anyway. So so many professional songs are there, but here we see that it won't change our heart. We get some nice entertainment. Oh. So similarly, prasad also, who offers it? If it is offered with great consciousness, very great devotee, and we take it, immediately it will change our heart because their devotion part is there. Otherwise, any prasadam, Govindas also prasad is available. It is karma free diet. You will not get reaction, but it is made by employees in the temple and who may not be devotees. Right? Because it is in temple, it is offered by that employees only. Krishna will make sure, okay, at least you accepted my authority and you are eating in Govindas, which is connected to temple. That's why you will not get reaction. But will it change your heart? Less likely. But if we are putting with devotion, definitely it will change the heart. That is the point. That's why we should cooked by devotees, offered by devotees, served by devotees is very important for us. So you are seeing the science behind this yajna. So any action which we are doing, now you are doing yajna. What is the yajna for us? Our whole life should be an yajna. Otherwise it is karma bandhana only. Why devotees don't have karma? Because they are conscious of Krishna. But to the degree you are not conscious of Krishna, you will definitely have karma. Correct. Whichever action I am conscious of Krishna, no karma. Action, conscious of Krishna, no karma. That's what Krishna is guaranteeing. So, conscious of Krishna means what? This becomes yajna. Because you have performed an action in knowledge. Action in knowledge. Now, you say devotee don't have karma. Yes, because they are conscious of Krishna, they are doing action in knowledge, they will not have karma. But if a devotee is sitting and watching a movie, is he conscious of Krishna at that time? No, he is not conscious of Krishna. Will he get reaction? Of course he will get reaction. So any action you are conscious of Krishna, no reaction. So if you are doing an action, say you are offering bhoga to Krishna. So this again I will come to this. So I will complete this point and come back to the question. So if we are doing an action with consciousness of Krishna, there is no reaction for it. But if you are not conscious, so then what happens? The action is in non-knowledge. If I am not conscious, of Krishna and I acted, so that means I acted in what? In ignorance. If you are acting in ignorance, you are putting seed in what? You are putting seed in soil. And then you will get fruits also. So here you are putting seed in fire. So if you put seeds in fire, will it fructify? It will get burnt. Karmani nirdahati kintuja bhakti bhajam. Karma is burnt. But when it will burn? When you are putting the seeds in, when you are putting the seeds in fire, then only. So devotees don't have karma means what? Because they are conscious of Krishna, there is no karma. But I am ignorantly sitting in front of TV and watching, or doing some other sinful activities or any business, this, that. Definitely you have to take reaction for it, obviously, because it is not some magic that is happening. It's a science that is happening. See what happens if you are conscious of Krishna and doing, no impressions will be formed. So karma means impression. It is not something very, some magic is happening. No. Basically, if you do any activity with consciousness, you don't create impression. But if you act in ignorance, you create impressions. You're understanding? If you do action with ignorance, there are definitely impressions, and that impressions is what is Uma. Say now, I give example. Sometimes no parents, they show anger onto children. They are not really angry. They are showing. They are conscious of what they are doing, how they are handling children. They are consciously handling children. So it don't create impression for them of anger and all these things. But if you are really angry and do something, that will cause impression, that will have effect on our mind, and then we are so upset. Array, why did I become angry? And no, then you are having the withdrawal symptoms of anger. No, we are having some this mood off, that mood off. Mood off is happening. Why? You are getting the impressions for it. But in this case, there is no impression like that. You are seeing the difference. So we have to be very careful, conscious, and know that I should not enjoy. If I am enjoying, I am unconsciously doing, and then I am creating karma for it. So this is the system. And then when we are offering bhoga, so the question is, what is Guru offering? See, when we are offering bhoga, we are giving the item only to the Lord, but the consciousness should also be given. So that's why we chant the Guru mantra, we are praying, and we are requesting Krishna to take. That request to Krishna, that Guru sees, and that is offered to Krishna. Okay, he really wants you to take. Please accept this bhoga. He is not just chanting the mantra as a mission. Bhakti ka Smara says, deity is not it is not a mission to convert bhoga into prasadam. You have to be conscious about the Lord is there. Request the Lord, please take. See, whatever little bit I made, it may not be up to the standard, but let it be, please take it. So when we put our consciousness, there where the Guru factor comes. So he is training us to put our consciousness. What Guru is doing? He is always helping. He is training us. Be conscious of Krishna. Be conscious of. Conscious of Krishna does not mean that you know that Krishna exists. See, I'll explain. These are two important terms. Conscious of Krishna. Krishna is two things. One is to know Krishna exists. Another is to do what he likes. I'll give example which many will understand. Like say now mother is conscious of the child. It does not mean that she knows the child exists, but mother also knows what the child likes and what the child don't like. So the consciousness is two different levels. Just to know Krishna is there is one level of consciousness. Okay, that is okay. And no, you can be free from karma if you know Krishna exists. But to develop a relationship, say this is the point comes. I will just show you one more little bit notes which will help you to understand this point. This actually I was taking yesterday for Bhakti Sangha class. So in this I was explaining. Yeah. The goal is Krishna consciousness. See here, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and there is a deep meaning in this name. The goal is not merely awareness of Krishna's existence, but the actual attainment of Krishna's own consciousness. So all consciousness now experience leads to birth, death, old age and disease. This is samsara cycle. So Krishna sends suffering precisely to inspire human beings to seek a higher level of consciousness. Animals largely do not suffer from depression, insomnia. This uniquely human beings suffer is meant to push one towards evolution. So here the consciousness is the mood of Radharani. So it's not merging. This consciousness is the highest spiritual consciousness. So the mood of Krishna also we should understand. Like mother understand the mood of the child. So that type of consciousness is important, not just knowing that Krishna exists. So What Guru is doing, he is making us conscious in the sense, he is making us understand what Krishna likes and he is trying to make us do the things. Okay, so here there is a big purport. I think very big purport of this chapter. This is only big purport, all are small purports. So, any questions, comments on this concept or the things which we have discussed about Lord Chaitanya, and it will be heavy dose if I go further. No questions, we can end here. Yes, Umakantu.
Prabhuji, you have talked about this Kriyamana Karma. Like, you're putting seed in the soil, okay? And we are doing with the consciousness and with devotion. So the Kriyamana Karma is, okay, burned. That is okay. Kriyamana Karma is active Karma, okay? So you have not talked about what happened to Prarabdha and Sanchita, Agami. All these
They are
karmas are there.
in Prarabdha only the
Sanchita.
body, yeah. So they body and other state of consciousness that will remain. The Prarabdha will remain to some extent in the terms of my nature, my body, and some things will remain which Krishna wants us to engage it properly so that we become his devotees and serve him properly. So maybe I will explain it elaborately some other time,
Yeah.
how that that karma works definitely.
Yeah, sure,
And
sure.
when it comes to aprarabdha, that is all destroyed. Aprarabdha will not remain for devotees. Only prarabdha will remain. That also, it is utilized properly. We have to utilize that prarabdha properly. Say, I have a nature of a, like prarabdha makes us brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra. All these things is because of prarabdha only. So we utilize that type of nature in Krishna's service, and then we try to develop a relation with him. That's all. So it is to do with the that is the prarabdha that helps us to means we can utilize our prarabdha in service of Krishna. Like I am given a body. Now this body I will utilize in Krishna service, and I have certain mind. So the mind has certain nature. So whatever, if it is whatever is what is a positive, all the things I utilize in Krishna's service, like that.
Okay. Before this, Prabhuji, you were saying that, person who is watching movie is actually affected by the karma. Okay. So I have a question here. So what I'm saying is there is a person. Okay. I was watching a serial yesterday. Okay. The serial was regarding the Divya Deshams of Vishnu. Okay.
Yeah.
And also I watched a normal serial also. Then I was, I know this concept, and I was consistently remembering Lord while watching the serial.
Yeah.
So what will happen? Prabhuji? Karma will form or not form?
No, the impression will not be so deep because we are conscious.
Ah,
Still, we feel that okay, because we have some conditioning, we are doing it, but we are
mm,
conscious. So I am not supposed to do, and we have to sincerely pray to Krishna, make me come out of this nonsense. Then Krishna
mm.
will take care. That slowly you lose taste for it. Now you may
Oh,
have little bit because of the previous, like even switch off the fan, still fan rotates,
yes.
but it does not have taste. So similarly, even though you are watching, you will not have taste in it, so definitely it will not have impression. So basically karma means impression. You will not get impression in these things because you lost the taste for it, and you are doing out of the previous conditionings.
Hmm. So what is this, Prabhuji? Jnanagni Dagda Karmani means what is this? Same thing, doing conscious efforts and putting everything in the with doing
Yes,
every action
yes.
with action with
Conscious. Yeah,
consciousness
knowledge.
is only Jnanagni, no, Prabhuji?
Yeah. That is jnanagi, correct.
Ah, okay, 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 Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Then, Amal Prem Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Then,
Actually, I wanted to take a screenshot of the slide you showed from your other class, Higher Taste. Can
the
you show it
PPT or
again?
the
No, just now you showed one
notes? Okay.
notes.
This one.
Yeah. Okay. Just a second. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. You can remove it. And very nicely explained, Prabhuji. I'm so fortunate to be here. All the points very nicely explained. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Gail Mataji.
Hi, Krishna Prabhu. Yeah,
Hare.
just now when you were speaking with Prabhu, you said that is jnana. That is jnana.
Jnana
What is
Vigyan.
jnana?
Jnana means conscious about Lord, about living entity, about material nature, and connection between
Oh,
all the three things.
okay. Yeah. Also, this word kriyamana, right? Like in
Yeah.
kriyamana karma. So the word kriyamana itself means what?
What
Kriyamana.
we are doing action now, Kriyamana, now present action. Karma that is formed because of present action.
Because the word karma means action. So when you say kriyamana karma, it means
The
the karma
actions
that
which you are doing now, present active. Like today you are going to do this action that is called Kriyamana.
uh-huh. So as
The
opposed
karma
to
is not from the previous one. Karma is what is you already got from previous actions. Now which you are going to create now. Present actions also
oh,
create some karma. Na? That is Kriyamana karma.
okay. Yeah, the kriyamana karma that will create reactions for the future. No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then just one other thing is the word agnihotra, right?
Yeah.
So agni of course means fire. Hotra means what, sacrifice?
Yeah, fire sacrifice.
But the word hotra means sacrifice, no?
Yeah,
Hotra.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. So agnihotra refers to any sacrifice or a particular sacrifice.
Fire
Fire.
sacrifice.
No, I know fire sacrifice, but it's just any fire sacrifice at all. It's not.
Any fire sacrifice. They must be having some specifications. I also don't know much technical details.
Mm-hmm.
We just know it is fire sacrifice.
Okay. Yeah. And one last thing is we say that when we perform actions in ignorance, right?
Yeah,
And the reason why those actions create impressions is because it's when we perform actions out of ego identification with the body, it's like reinforcing that identification. That's the impression. Is it like that? It's a reinforcement. The impression means it's a reinforcement of our identification with the body.
that is one impression, but here what I am talking impression is the impression of that action. Say now I give example, like say you went to a mall and then you are seeing the different items. So now they are causing an impression in you are seeing so many advertisements. So advertisements may cause impression. If we have a desire to enjoy, then they'll cause impression on us, and we will also feel, oh, this t-shirt is so beautiful, this dress is very nice, this shoes are very nice. So they are causing impressions, and that impressions will create further, make us do further actions. It will develop further desires and all. Say if person is watching a movie and is not conscious about Krishna and is watching movie, then what happens? Then the hero will look very handsome, heroine will look very beautiful, and then he will also think, I should also go and make do a makeover. I'll also look like them, and all these desires will come.
Yeah. And that's
So
why
it
I'm
is
saying
ultimately reinforcing our bodily conception of life. That is correct. So
okay. Okay, because yeah, I mean to say when you're acting um when you're acting without realizing that you're not the body, you know, the desires that these impressions create seem to reinforce that bodily identification.
yeah, true.
Okay.
First is they give the impressions and then it further reinforces body. But what here I am talking is the impressions that are happening at that moment because of that action and items and whatever is the situations and the emotions which you are going through, like the emotions which a person goes through when he is watching a movie, it is causing an impression for him and he wanted to have that emotions more and more like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the root reason why, when a person is having an emotional reaction to an experience, right?
Yeah.
Um,
See, basically, impression means it's a memory. I will tell you. You try to understand this. Say, I always give this example. I don't know, people will get bored with my example. It is still like you. Say,
no.
now, say you eat an ice cream. So now you enjoyed the taste. So now that is the reaction. That is reaction. You enjoyed the taste. And now another reaction is another thing also happens. You remember the taste. One is you enjoyed the taste, that reaction is happened, so karma is over. One karma you enjoyed, you enjoyed it. But the remembrance of the taste, this is called impressions, this is called samskara.
Okay.
So now what happens is, any, like say now you somebody watched a movie, so he enjoyed the movie, that is a reaction part, but he is remembering what is happening, the taste of that enjoyment, that will make him forced to do the act, repeat the action. So he will repeat because he enjoyed it, so the impression remains. So whenever another I don't know, I know very old Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever his movie is coming, and you saw, what do you say,
Mm-hmm.
Terminator, or very old, that is my childhood movie. So now again you see the poster, and because you remember the taste of that
Mm-hmm.
experience, so you again want to go and watch that movie. So that's the point. So what happens is, this taste makes us repeat the action again and again, and we are caught up.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately it is leading to the bodily conception of life. You are repeating the bodily you are repeating your existence because you have desires. So repetition, what desire only, na. So you want to repeat it means you are developing a desire. So desire means what? Another new body.
Yeah.
Desire means
Yeah.
what? To fulfill desires, you need body. Now you may
Mm-hmm.
not have the body of like him, so you are desiring to have a body like him. So then you get another body, which will be, you accumulate karma and you get a body like him. That's it.
But you see, the thing is that for a person who has some idea that they are not the body, right? They will
Yeah,
still have um these impressions will still come, It's
they may
not that.
not be so deep.
Oh,
They will not
okay.
be so deep for him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's why children have greater impressions because they are so they are so emotional. To the
Mm-hmm.
degree you are emotional, the degree the impressions are deeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why childhood impressions are very dangerous. You have to give them very
Yeah.
good impressions so that they don't.
Right. And that's true whether even, I mean, impressions are even for things that you have great aversion to, because even because if you
Of course. This is
yeah,
negative.
because
If you get a negative reaction for it, negative taste, that also will remember, and you will never want to attend that fellow's class again. You had a very bad impression.
yeah, because
Like that.
that itself is a desire too. My desire is to not attend that class again.
Yeah,
Right?
not a problem because it is. You already have some Krishna's holy name and other Bhagavatam classes. You will be saved by them.
No, but
Then
I'm
later,
saying
even in that class also, you will start finding something good in the then you'll give up the like and dislike, and you'll just try to get everything good from everywhere. Whatever is connected to Krishna. Oh, he chanted the name of Krishna 10 times in his class. He told Krishna, Krishna, Krishna 10 times in his class. So that is the only thing you will take from the class, and you're happy also.
Mhm. Yeah, but for a person who is not aware that they're not the body, right, and they have a negative impression, that creates a desire also. But the desire is to avoid that thing in the future. No?
Yeah. That's how we are living. I like, dislike.
Right. Right.
So that's how Raga and Dvesha is
And
formed, and we
good.
are getting bodies again and again.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Right. Vrindavan Gopal.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, Prabhuji. I think I had a question related to this only regarding impressions, but there is one more part I just want to. I think already you have clarified while discussing with Mother Girl. So I just want one further more part clarification into that. So this is right. Like whenever we perform any actions and based on our experience, how we experience that particular action, based on that our attachments were formed, and based on that then desire will be having a further desire, and then accordingly memories will form. So my question is regarding like if you are already having some memories, some negative memories. So if you so how so in order to come out from those memories, the same principle works. Like as we lose the taste for those things, then gradually those impression will become loose, and gradually they will disappear. Is it work on the same way for that old impressions?
Sometimes we have to make some conscious endeavor to come out of certain impressions and memories also, bro. It may not happen
Mhm.
just on its own. Sometimes we have to put an effort to do something. Say I have some negative impression with somebody, so I have to put an effort to see something good in that person also. So there should be conscious endeavor also should be made in some situations. It depends to situation. You have to discuss and with the devotees, senior devotees, and explain the situation and know whether I should put an effort or it will go on its own. So it should be understood like that.
Prabhuji, like as we in Shashtram we say Cheto Darpan Marjan. So then how the role of holy name over there for clearing that Cheto Darpan Marjan or clearing that old impressions? Like these all things are happening
It
together, or like how? Like
See, whenever we are pleasing Krishna, heart is getting clean. The best way to please Krishna in this age of Kali is chanting the holy name. We are consciously chanting, Krishna is pleased, heart is clean. So, only way for cleaning heart is not some magic. Whenever you please Krishna, you are cleaning your heart. By serving Vaishnavas, you are pleasing Krishna, your heart is clean. By chanting the holy name consciously, you are pleasing Krishna, heart is clean. By showing compassion to other living entities, you are pleasing Krishna, heart is clean. So, like that. So all this now Navavidha Bhakti is basically pleasing Krishna, and whenever you please Krishna, you are cleaning your heart.
yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for clarifying.
So we have some questions in chat box. We'll just finish them. So karma free, but if there is no love for Lord, then again they will have to take birth. They will get liberation. If they are free from karma, no love, then they will enter into Brahmajyoti. Or they may get mukti where they are having Shantarati. They may be in Vaikuntha also, but they just stay there. They don't have relation with Krishna. If we see the news, is it that we are adding karma? We may not add karma. Yeah, some impressions will be there. We are absorbed in matter and we are absorbed in all this nonsense. Even I am also guilty of it. So sometimes try to get news. So yeah, we are getting absorption in all this nonsense. Agnihotra is daily sacrifice traditionally performed by householders, especially Brahmanas at sunrise and sunset. Offerings of milk, ghee, or grains are placed into the fire sacred fire while chanting specific mantra. The fire is never allowed to extinguish. If it does, specific rituals are required to rekindle it properly. Thank you, bro. Okay, we'll end here. Thank you all very much. If it does not end. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.